at least the border is secure. You know.
It is that breaking news? We got a secure border?
Secure border.
Okay.
Biden administration has it all locked down.
Okay.
Here are 20 busloads of illegals entering Texas from Mexico over the weekend.
You just said it was locked down.
Well, yeah, because otherwise there'd be 40 buses.
I see. Yeah, there's Texas on the left, and then now we're looking into Mexico as they wait to cross in. Because there's a line, you know. There's so many that want to come in.
Wow.
Wait till.
Wow.
Okay, so you just
several
said
hundred people, no doubt.
20 busloads. This is gonna anger you, Pat. That 20 busloads. The way we know that's 20 busloads of illegals crossing back in. I say back in is because they were sent back to Mexico, and just dropped off in like Ciudad, whatever. It is. Juarez. Thank you. And they just walked. There's just
walked right back in.
Back in here, so it's cool, right? You like that?
No.
The border is secure.
Yeah. And it's so clearly not secure. And when 2.3 million. Oh, and didn't they underestimate that by a tad? Didn't they underestimate last year's? Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a miscalculation that caused ICE to underreport illegal immigrants released without tracking technology.
A rounding error, right?
Yeah, by 18,000%. That's not a big deal.
I mean, that's worse than Keith math, if we're being
by
honest.
By 18,000%? Come on.
Bro.
It's not a miscalculation. During a private event hosted by ICE last week, the agency distributed documents to attendees about the 2004 Alternatives to Detention program. The initiative was launched as a flight mitigation tool to track illegal immigrants using ankle bracelets and cell phones while they await scheduled court proceedings. Okay, so that's where they get their cell phone when they come into the country. According to the internal document obtained by the DCNF, as of November 14th, ICE had released 49,459 illegal immigrants without any tracking technology. The reported figure on the document vastly differed from the stats on ICE's website, which stated that only 266 immigrants were released. Okay, so from 266 to 49,459.
Again, it's a rounding error.
Yeah.
Your government wants to protect you. They wouldn't have done this on purpose.
Hey, you barely notice the difference.
Sure.
Right? Let's say you got a really big house, and you invite 266 people over.
Okay.
If 49,459 people show up, is that a big deal to you? I mean, you may not have ample food supplies, certainly for them.
Probably wouldn't even notice.
You wouldn't notice?
Wouldn't notice.
Okay. All right.
Come on.
So everybody fit in the house anyway?
Sure. How big's the house, Pat?
It's, I don't know, 2,500 square feet.
Yeah, see, I mean, there's quiet places you can find.
Sure.
It's
unbelievable. It's really incredible. Additionally, the document revealed that only 8,118 illegal immigrants were released with GPS tracking devices as of November 14th. According to ICE's website, the agency reported that 56,805 illegals were being monitored using GPS trackers as of November 19th. That's a 600% difference. 600%.
So they made a couple of miscalculations.
Yeah, big deal.
Cut them some slack.
Big deal. The administration is hostile to transparency, and when it does publish data, it refuses to respond to media inquiries regarding significant discrepancies like this, said a former ICE official. Likely, ICE communication staffers are having a lot of difficulty defending this administration's chaotic and lawless policies. Yeah, you think?
Yeah, but see, Republicans are going to take over the House, and we're going to
they're going to crack down, man.
Get this all.
Oh, yeah. The joyride ends in January. What is it, January 4th, 6th, 3rd, somewhere in there.
But that's good, because
they're going to crack down.
They're going to ride to the rescue, our GOP saviors.
I wish you could really count on that. Wouldn't that be nice? If you just knew that the Republicans had guts and they did the things they promised they were going to do.
Well, Tom Tillis, I mean, he's gonna
Oh, yeah.
He's
Tom
gonna get
Tillis,
yeah,
working with Kirsten Sinema right now on some fabulous things. It's an 11th hour immigration deal. Okay? The deal would set out a path to legalization for 2 million illegal immigrants.
All right. See?
Brought to the United States as children. So this is the Dreamers.
Working together here.
Trying again to get the Dreamers.
Solve issues.
Blanket amnesty. In exchange for help for these immigrants labeled Dreamers, the deal would pump an additional $25 billion into the federal Border Patrol and Border Security.
All right. Whatever happened to the approach that I thought Republicans were always like, we'll seal the border,
right?
Then we'll worry about your amnesty.
That's exactly
stuff.
what we used to say all the time. Stop the hemorrhaging first, okay? Somebody's bleeding out. You don't want to clean up that blood that's laying on the ground. What you want to do is stop the bleeding first. It's just so asinine. If you have a leak in the sink, are you going to fix it and then, or are you going to not fix it, but you're going to let the water continue to drip, which is what is happening now.
What's more of a challenge that way? Like if you're trying to do like a sink repair
before you actually fix it.
Like don't go down to the curb and shut off the main water valve. You want a challenge, man.
Yeah, yeah, you do. Stop the leak first. Then we can worry about all the flooding afterwards. It's really not that hard. And I don't know how you argue with that concept.
See, I think it makes sense to you to do it that way because you actually love this country and want to see it succeed.
Yes.
There's a lot of people that have a vote in D.C. that don't have that same mindset.
It's really true. So Congressman Chip Roy from Texas says, not so fast to all of this immigration stuff. Here's what he had to say. I think he said it on Fox, right?
Yes, there's also this plan on the Senate side from Tillis and Sinema that creates an immigration framework that includes 14% increase in pay for the Border Patrol. I assume that's what you were referring to. You don't like that plan?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm always happy with trying to find a way to get resources to take care of Border Patrol that are getting overrun, but not just blank checks going down to the border to continue to process more people, which will then flood the zone with more people, especially if you're talking about amnesty. With all due respect to Senator Tillis, why don't you come to talk to the people who know what we're talking about? Texans who live this every single day, who understand the border. Don't go flying off and bring amnesty into the House when that doesn't need to be a part of the conversation.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly right. But this is the way it always happens. You know, you got some doofus from the Northeast or the Midwest trying to tell people at the border what should be done. Asinine. And it's always wrong. It is always wrong. And I don't care if it comes from a Republican or a Democrat. No Republicans ever fixed this either, including Donald Trump. He did not fix it. He tried.
He definitely tried.
He tried to, but he couldn't get it done. And he didn't get the wall built. Well, he did not. I mean, a tiny section of it.
Let's not forget that he was defeated by Republicans on that front.
That's true, too.
Which is why he had to go with the executive order, which was, of course, overturned on day one by Joe Biden.
And that's the problem with executive orders.
That's all he was left to do because his own party let him down in Congress. And it's the same party that says, no, we got it now. We got it now. Now that we're not in charge of every branch, now we're going to ride to the rescue. Screw you. The GOP is worthless. It's, you know what it is? It's vanilla and French vanilla. That's your Democrat and Republican Party.